So today, we're here. I'm here as well with two lovely young ladies over there. Our table is over there. They're from Banco Popular. They're one of our sponsors, one of our funders in supporting a nonprofit. We obviously don't create business opportunities to earn. We rely on the generosity of the community and on our sponsors. So this year I was very fortunate to be the recipient, the only BVI recipient, I believe, of the Banco Popular grant to nonprofit organizations. So I really appreciate them, and I appreciate them for being here with me today. So just a little bit about Lemonade. As Karima said, we're a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting children and families with special needs in the Virgin Islands. It was born from my personal experience as a mom raising neurodivergent children. And I like to ensure that Lemonade creates safe, inclusive spaces where parents, caregivers, educators, and professionals can come together to share resources, build connections, and champion every child's potential. Since its beginning as a small parent group, we started out back in 2018, right after the storms. It was 6 of us. It's now well over 200 of us, about 170 of us in a group chat. And these families include, as I said, it's not just parents, because we believe we have to have a full network of support. We need our teachers, we need our fitness instructors, we need our masseuses, we need everyone, doctors, therapists, everyone, and we're all part of the community. We're trying to build a community. So what we're doing is, through advocacy, community, and empowerment, we also provide therapy support, educational tools, parent training, sensory resources, and inclusive programs that address real gaps in our special education services. So anyone who has a child with any challenge, you don't have to have been diagnosed with autism or ADHD or anything. Even if your child struggles to read, you know the challenges you'll experience at school. You'll get that call from the teacher that Karima mentioned, where your teacher might say, okay, your child is struggling with reading. These are the interventions we have to take. These are the steps we have to take. And so it's these things most of us have to deal with on a daily basis. And we encourage you to get your child assessed. When you get those calls from the teachers, don't go into the school and cuss out the teacher and tell her, you just don't know how to do your job, you don't know how to teach. Secretly, I've done that at least once before I learned better, but don't do that. It's not nice. It's also them trying to help our children. They're doing their jobs. Let's help them get that job done. So we try to encourage parents to be a bit more positive. And why Lemonade? When life hands you lemons, what do? Right. So returning those challenges that life has sent our way into opportunities for change and growth. And so that's why we're building this community. It's all about positivity. Yes, we can sit and complain all day about everything that goes wrong. We can talk about all of the shortfalls in our system. We can talk about the government. We can talk about everybody. But my question always to my parents and the community is, what are you doing about it today? What are you going to do about it? And so what I've decided to do as a parent with an autistic daughter and a son with ADHD, I've decided to build a community around myself and bring everyone along with me, because as Pastor Collins said earlier, it's easier to do it as a group than to try to sit on your own in your head trying to figure it out. So I've always found that community support has been helpful, and it's been helping me. The last thing I'd like to say is that we believe every child deserves to thrive, and we're committed to creating lasting change through partnerships, awareness, and community action. And as I mentioned before, we can't do this without you being a part of it, whether you want to join us as a parent or as a caregiver. It doesn't have to be a parent. You could be a grandmother, you could be an auntie, anybody could join us. You don't even have to have a child with a neurodivergence. You may just care about it. You can be one of our volunteers. You can be like Kathy, who shows up to every one of our symposiums, and just be a part of the solution to the problem. Okay? Sorry, it's not a problem. I don't like to use negative words as it relates to our children. They're not problems. They just experience the world differently than we do, and we have to ensure that we create a safe space for them to live fairly, because we all deserve a right to live, to education, and to health services. And so we have to keep working hard to ensure that happens. Today we have our table over there. Our sponsors have kindly provided sensory funding so that I can bring sensory items into the BVI. They're free of cost. We don't ever charge you for anything. We just encourage you to come over, talk with us, encourage you to join up if you'd like to. You don't have to. But if you leave some basic information with us, your contact details, we'll reach out, see how it's been going. You see me squeezing this. This is called therapy. I find it calming. I'm not a good public speaker, believe it or not, but I'm squeezing this and it's helping me here today. I have my timer, so I have 1 more minute. It's gonna go off in a minute. Tries to keep me on point because yes, I'm not as disciplined as you. I will ramble on all day. And so we focus on 3 sensory sensitivities: touch, sound, and sight, vision, correct. So we have items that can help your children with those things. Some children have noise sensitivities. We've got noise canceling headphones. Some have problems getting up in the morning, staying on task. We have timers like this. We have schedules that you can use to point them to the things they need to do. Various items over there. So just come over, have a talk, get some free items, take them home and see how they work with your child. If they don't work for your child, pass it on to another family or another child that you know. Just pay it forward is what we'll ask you to do, all right? And that's what I would leave with you today.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.